Hello students, so today we are going to start a new chapter of maths of class 10 syllabus, that is remainder theorem. Okay, it is the remainder theorem. So remainder theorem, so before studying about that, let us know what do you mean by remainder. You must be knowing what is remainder, what is a dividend, what is a divisor and what is a quotient. Okay, so let us discuss that. So suppose a number is given like 15, okay, and it is to be divided by 3. It is to be divided by 3. Okay, so here how you will do it? 15 is divided by 3. So how much? 3 5s are 15, and here you are getting 0. So this 0 is the remainder. 0 is the remainder. 5 is the quotient, 3 is the divisor, and 15 is the dividend. 15 is the dividend. Okay, so here we are getting a positive remainder. Okay, that is a 0. So like that, if I say 29 divided by 3, 29 divided by 3. Okay, so how you will get the remainder without dividing? You can get in two ways. So first is, you can find a number which is divisible by 3 but less than 29. Okay, you can find a number which is divisible by 3 but less than 29, that is 27. Okay, that is what? 27, which is how much less than 29? 2, which is how much less than 29 plus 2. So one of the remainder we got as a plus 2. Similarly, in another way we can find a number which is greater than 29 but divisible by 3. In another way we can find a number which is greater than 29 but divisible by 3. That is how much? 30. So 30 is how much greater? If we minus it, 30 minus 29, we are getting minus 1 as the remainder. We are getting here minus 1 as the remainder. Means in this case we are getting two remainder. One is positive, another one is negative. In all the cases we can find like that. We can get two remainder, which out of which one is positive, another one is negative. Now if we see that this 2 plus 1, if we add both the remainders without considering the sign, if we add both the remainders, then we are getting 3. This 3 is the divisor. This 3 is the divisor. It is equal in all the cases. For example, like another example I am giving, like 53 divided by 5. 53 divided by 5. Okay. So first process, or first way I said that you have to find a number which is less than 53 and that is divisible by 5 also, and that you can see it is 50. Which is how much less? Plus 3 less than 53. Okay. Another way we can find out, this is less number and this is more. Here also it is less and here it is more. So more you can say that is a 55, and how much it is less? That is minus 2. Now you can add both the remainders without considering their sign, and you will be getting the number 5, which is equal to the divisor. Which is equal to the divisor. Understood? So the remainder can be both a positive as well as a negative number, but normally for this theorem we are considering the remainder to be positive. To be positive. So in case of polynomials, how we can find the remainder without actually dividing the polynomial? Polynomial division you must have studied in lower classes, but today we are going to find out the remainder of a polynomial without actual division. Without actual division. So let us start it. Okay. So now I am giving a polynomial that is named as fx. For example, 2x square minus 5x minus 7. It is a polynomial. What do you mean by a polynomial? An algebraic expression which consists of more than two expressions. Okay, that is called as a polynomial. Now fx is equal to 2x square minus 5x minus 7. Now this fx f stands for function of variable x. fx stands for function of variable x, because this fx depends on x, because this fx depends on x factor, or you can say x variable. Understood? So that is fx is given as 2x square minus 5x minus 7. Now let us know how it is dependent. For example, like if I put suppose when x is equal to 1, so in place of x I can put f1. Okay, fx, f, that is x is equal to 1, so in place of x I can put 1. So now it will be 2x square minus 5x minus 7. In place of x I will be putting 1. x के जगह पे अभी मैं क्या पुट करूँगी, उसका वैल्यू 1. That means 2 into 1 whole square minus 5 into 1 minus 7. How much you are getting? 2 into 1 minus 5 minus 7. That is 2 minus 5 minus 7. That is how, sorry, minus 5 minus 7. How much you are getting? 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Minus 3 minus 7 is minus 10. Okay. So here you are getting as a minus 10. Next, suppose when x is equal to 5. Now f, here we can put the value of x, that is the 5, that is equal to 2x square minus 5x minus 7. So 2 into 5 square is 25 minus 5 into 5 minus 7, that is 25 to 50, minus 5 is 25 minus 7. So that is 50 minus 25, 25 minus 7 is 18. So how much you got? 18. Understood? So the value that you are getting here is totally dependent on the value of x. The value of fx that you are getting is dependent on the value of x only. So that's why this fx is known as function of the variable x, which is dependent on the x factor. Okay. So now let us move to the method of finding out the remainder without actual division. Now let us move to the method of finding out the remainder without actual division. So now what is the remainder theorem? The method of finding out remainder without actual division is called remainder theorem. Okay, so the method of finding out the remainder without actual division is called the remainder theorem. Understood? So now fx, suppose we are giving an example, suppose fx is divisible by x minus a, that is, this is called as a factor. This is called a factor. X minus a, then the remainder that we will get, we will be getting as fa. Means, suppose I am giving an example of fx, that is x square minus 8x plus 4. Okay, and it has been told to divide it by, so here the divisor is equal to suppose 2x plus 1. Divisor is suppose 2x plus 1. Okay, fx is given to be x square minus 8x plus 4, and it has been told to divide it with by 2x plus 1. So now what is the remainder that we will be getting here? So in case of polynomial division, we can find out the remainder by actually dividing. So let us first of all actually divide it and see what is the remainder. Okay, so x square minus 8x plus 4, 2x plus 1. So how to divide it? two terms are here, so we can take two terms. First of all, arrangement is done. In case of polynomial division, you must be knowing first of all the degree of x is arranged in a descending manner. In a descending manner means, degree means we can say this is the degree. Suppose we are saying x square. So this is the degree of the polynomial. Polynomial, if you will say, then the highest degree. Suppose here this is in case this is a polynomial. So this degree of the polynomial is 2. Degree of the polynomial is 2. The highest power of x is considered to be the degree of the polynomial. So the power of the, according to the power, that is a descending order of the power, the polynomial is arranged. So it has been already arranged. Here the power of x is square, here the power of x is 1, and here it is a constant number. And here also it has been arranged already. Here the power of x is 1 and here there is a constant number. Understood? So now we will divide it. So two terms are there, we will take two terms. Now 2x, here it is given to be 2x and here it is given to be x square. Means there is how much we can multiply to get x square. Suppose we are doing 1 by 2 into x. If we will multiply 2x with 1 by 2x, 2x with 1 by 2x, then 2 will get cancelled and we will be getting x square. So we can write here 2x into 1 by 2x, that is your x square. Okay, now it will be multiplied with this number also, 1 by 2x plus 1. Okay, that will be multiplied. How much will be getting? 1 by 2x into 1 is 1 by 2x. Now in total we will do subtraction. When you are doing subtraction, we are putting the opposite sign of this polynomial. We are putting the sign opposite to this polynomial. So here it is already a plus sign, so you are putting here a minus sign. Here it is a plus sign, here you are putting a minus sign. Understood? Now x square gets cancelled. This sign will be considered, not the upper one. Okay, and here minus 8x we are getting, minus 1 by 2x we are getting, and 4 will descend down, that is plus 4. So how much we are getting here? We can take the LCM now. Okay, so now this is your minus 16x minus 1x plus 8. So how much it is? Minus 17x plus 8 by 2 we are getting. Minus 17x plus 8 by 2. Now if we simplify it, then how much you are getting? Minus 17x by 2 plus 8 by 2. That is minus 17x by 2 plus 4 we are getting. Means at last we are getting minus 17x plus 2 by 4. Means here we have to put minus 17x by 2 plus 4. We got it. Now again we have to multiply. Now 2x will be multiplied with what number so that we can get minus 17x by 2. So what can be the number? That is a minus 17 by 4. Minus 17 by 4. If we are multiplying with 2, you can see 2x into minus 17 by 4 means how much you are getting? 2 to 4. And that is equal to minus 17 by 2x we are getting. Okay, so here we will be getting minus 17 by 2x. The first term of the polynomial should become equal to this first term. The first term of this binomial must become equal to the first term of this polynomial. That is a binomial, so that we can get cancelled. We can cancel each other. Okay, so now plus here 17 by 4 plus 1. Is how much? Minus 17 by 4, because minus sign is there, so minus 17 by 4. Understood? Now we will do subtraction, but we will put the opposite sign of this. Here minus is there, here minus is there, so both will be plus. Now minus 17x by 2 and here plus 17x by 2, it will get cancelled, and here we are getting plus 4 plus 17 by 4. So how much it will be? 4 4 16 plus 17 by 4. That is equal to 133 by 4. So here we are getting the remainder to be 33 by 4. Here we are getting the remainder to be 33 by 4. okay, by actual division process. So it is a very long process. It is a very long process where you are getting the remainder to be 33 by 4. Now, without actually dividing, we can also find out the remainder, and it is very easy also. Let us see how to do it. Okay. So now, without actually dividing, how to do? So first step is you have to make the divisor equal to 0. You have to make the divisor equal to 0. That means 2x plus 1 will be equal to 0. Okay. So from there we have to find out the value of x. So how much we got? The value of x to be 1 by 2. The value of x we got is minus 1 by 2. Now in the second step, in step 2, you have to put this value of x in this polynomial. You have to put the value of x in this polynomial. So let us put it. Means f in place of x I am going to write 1 by 2. That is equal to minus 1 by 2, it will be whole square, minus 8 into minus 1 by 2 and plus 4. Here it is given x square, so I put x square minus 8 into x plus 4. So how much you will be getting here? 1 by 4, minus minus it will become plus, and here 2, 4, 8 it will cut. So how much you are getting? 4 and plus 4. So how much it is? 1 plus 4, 4, 16 plus 4, 4, 16 by 4, that is equal to 33 by 4. See, so easily we got the remainder. Without actually dividing, we can also get the remainder, and it is very easy compared to the polynomial division. Understood? Suppose a question is given that two polynomials are given, that is 3x cube minus ax square plus 5x minus 13, and another polynomial is given to be a plus 1 whole x square minus 7x plus 5, and it has been told that both of the remainder, in case if both are divided by x minus 3, this is the factor which is dividing both the polynomials. Understood? This is the factor which is dividing both the polynomials, and in both the cases we are getting the same remainder. We are getting same remainder. That means the value of the remainder of this polynomial 1 will be equal to the remainder of this polynomial 2. Understood? The remainder of first polynomial is equal to the remainder of second polynomial when it is divided by x minus 3. So how to solve this? Let us see. Now, if fx1, that is the remainder of first polynomial, is equal to the remainder of second polynomial. This is according to the question I have written. According to the question, it is told that the remainder of the first polynomial, okay, is equal to the remainder of the second polynomial. Then we can write here 3x cube minus ax square plus 5x minus 13 is equal to a plus 1 whole x square minus 7x plus 5. And it has been told to find out the value of a here. What is the value of a will be getting here? So in both the cases the remainder is the same. Now we have to put the value of x here. How we will get the value of x? From here only we can get the value of x. Here the value of x, if you will put this binomial equal to 0, then we are getting the value of x to be 3. Then you are getting the value of x to be 3. Now we will put in this equation. So 3 into this 3 cube minus a into 3 square plus 5 into 3 minus 13, that is equal to a plus 1 3 square minus 7 into 3 plus 5. So now how much you are getting here? 3 into 27 minus 9a plus 15 minus 13, that is equal to 9a plus 1 minus 7, 3, 21 plus 5. So here 81 minus 9a plus 15 minus 13, that is the plus 2, and here you can open the bracket here, 9a plus 9 minus 21 plus 5, that is minus 16. Okay, so how much you are getting here? Minus 9a, and here 81 plus 2 is 83. Then it is 9a minus, how much it is given? Plus 9 minus 16, that is minus 7. Okay, now you can take the variables to one side. 9 minus 9a. If we take the 9 here, it will be minus 9a because it is here plus. That is equal to minus 7 is already here, and if we take 83, then it will become minus 83. So it will be minus 9 minus 9, that is minus 18a is equal to minus 90. Minus minus gets cancelled, so a is equal to 90 by 18. 9, 10, 9, 2, 2, 5. So it is, we are getting 5. Means the a value we are getting to be 5. So this is the answer. Understood? In case if both the remainders are given to be equal, so you can put both the polynomials equal, and you have to put the value of x and then find out the value of a here. Understood? I think you have understood. Okay, so next let us solve another question. So another question is that what number should be added? What number should be added to 2x cube minus 3x square plus x, so that when the resulting polynomial is divided by x minus 2, we are getting remainder to be 3. Understood? So here the question is given, by what number should that is a polynomial should be added? By what number this polynomial should be added, so that when the resulting polynomial that we are getting is divided by x minus 2, we are getting the remainder to be 3. Question पढ़ के थोड़ा complicated लग रहा होगा, but let us see how we have to solve it. It will become easy for you. Okay. So first you see the question is having two parts. Question का दो पार्ट है. पहला पार्ट में बोला है कि हम लोग को ये पॉलिनोमियल के साथ कुछ नंबर ऐड करना है. So let the number that should be added to 2x cube minus 3x square plus x bk. Let it be k. Okay. Now the resulting polynomial will be 2x cube minus 3x square plus x, and it is added, so it will be plus k. Now the resulting polynomial will be 2x cube minus 3x square plus x plus k. Understood? So now this polynomial is to be divided by x minus 2. So what the remainder we are getting? That is equal to 3. Means according to question, when that polynomial is divided by fx, we are getting the remainder to be 3. Now what is the value of this x here? We can find out from here. X is equal to 2. Now let us put the value of x in this equation. If x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square plus x plus k, that is equal to 3. So 2 into x value is 2, so it is 2 cube minus 3 into 2 square plus 2 plus k, that is equal to 3. So 2 into 8, minus 3 into 4 plus 2 plus k. Put a bracket so that you don't get confused while solving. So it will be 8 to 16 minus 4 3 12 plus 2 plus k is equal to 3. So 16 minus 12 it is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus k, that is equal to 3. So k is equal to 3 minus 6, that is we are getting minus 3. Means what is the value of k we are getting to be minus 3. Minus 3 should be added to this equation so that we can get a remainder 3 when it is divided by x minus 2. Understood? I hope you have understood the remainder theorem. Okay, and if there is any doubt you can comment me and ask the doubts. Okay, so thank you.